Let's turn now back to your home state, my home state for that matter, of Michigan. There's a little election going on there, a primary today. What are you expecting to have happen today? Because there's this real fight now between Bernie Sanders and Joe Biden.
First of all, I don't believe any of the polls. 4 years ago, I could just feel on the ground that Bernie was going to win, and the polls had Hillary 25 points up. So the fact that Vice President Biden's leading right now, but having been on the ground, I think the senator will for sure win. Senator Sanders will win my district, but I think it's Joe Biden's to lose this time. A lot of people that didn't care or didn't like or didn't think their vote mattered this time really are worried about the direction of the country. They don't like the fear and the hatred that they see, and they're engaging in voting. And I think a lot of them are voting. The African-American community seems to be coming out for Joe Biden.
At the same time, we have not only what you call the hatred that is shown in some parts of the country, but also we now have some uncertainty over health and ultimately the economy. We're seeing the in the markets every day. Is that starting to permeate the electorate in Southeast Michigan?
Well, I think health care is very complicated. You know, I'm neutral in this primary. There are two people that I respect. Joe Biden was one of John Dingell's closest friends. I worked with him. We all worked on the auto industry. But Medicare for All, my father-in-law wrote Social Security and was the first person to ever introduce Medicare for All. I don't think people understand it. Union workers are worried about losing the benefits that they've worked very hard to get for over the years, and things that they've heard make them think that they might not. But what we really need to is we're just talking about everybody needs to not be afraid to go and get tested if they're sick because they can't afford to pay for it, because that has public health consequences. So you are hearing that discussion a little over the weekend, pre-existing condition, being in the courts fighting it, high prescription drug prices. You're hearing all of that I hear it every day, but the candidates have heard it over the weekend.